Hey guys, today I'll explain several concepts surrounding the topic of bacterial anatomy, including the internal structure, several bacterial shapes, and the composition of this unicellular organism. Bacteria are the largest group of living organisms in the world. They can be found everywhere on Earth. Some bacteria are harmful and cause diseases, such as tuberculosis, but others are vital to the body, such as digestive enzymes. There are 10 times more bacteria than cells in your body. What about that? We will start with the three main shapes of bacteria. The first is coccus. It is a sphere-like bacteria and resembles a pea. The second is bacillus. It is a rectangle with its edges rounded. The third is the spiral. It is a bacteria that appears twisted. Now that we've tackled the main bacteria, I can introduce the two bacteria that are crossovers between the coccus and bacillus, which is coccobacillus, and the spiral and bacillus crossover, which is the vibrio. Next, we have the external anatomy of the bacteria. This bacteria has long appendages on its backside, which are called flagella. These flagellum allow the bacteria to move in whatever fluid it is in, whether it be your stomach acid or pond water. They also have several hair-like appendages protruding out of its body. These are called villi, which are the shorter ones, and the fimbriae are the longer ones. Fimbriae attach to cells. This is the reason bacteria are able to transfer disease. The pili attach to the mucosal membrane of the cell, which allows this cell to spread disease. The pili also creates the bridge needed during bacterial conjugation. And that's what we'll head to next. Bacterial conjugation is the act of bacteria building a bridge with use of pili and transferring genetic material through this bridge. Now let's get a bit of a closer look and understand what I'm talking about here. First, we will start with the inner workings of this pili. The first thing we see here is the F plasmid, which stands for fertility plasmid. This indicates that if and only if the bacteria contains this, it is a donor. You could think of this as the marking of any bacterial donor. Now here are the steps to the process. First, the bacteria forms the pili as we see in number 1, and then physically joins with the other as we see in number 2. Once this has occurred, the relaxosome can release the F plasmid into the pili, and it makes its way through the recipient's pili and then reaches the destination as we see in number 3. Now the recipient can donate the F plasmid to any other recipient. It is now the new donor. It's as simple as that. The genetic material has been transferred. Now let's move on to the internal anatomy of the bacteria itself. The internal anatomy of this unicellular organism is quite simple, so let's get started. The cell wall is a layer of protection for the cell. The semi-permeable plasma membrane is yet another layer of protection, as it is semi-permeable, meaning it only lets some things in and keeps the rest out, like a string. Next is the capsule. It is the outermost layer and is not easily taken off. Its function is to enhance the bacteria's ability to cause disease. The plasmid genetic information is what is transferred during bacterial conjugation. The ribosome's function is to conduct protein synthesis and transfer messenger RNA. The circular DNA is where the DNA of the cell is stored. Finally, we have the cytoplasm. This is a thick solution that fills every nook and cranny of the interior of the cell. It contains water, salts, and several proteins. Finally, we have the phospholipid bilayer, which makes up the semi-permeable membrane. It consists of two layers, the hydrophilic layer, which is the head, and it means that it loves water and it is positively charged. And then we have a hydrophobic layer, which are the legs. And this hates water or is scared of water. This side is negatively charged. Now because of this, it is referred to as amphiphilic, meaning it contains both a hydrophobic and a hydrophilic part. How interesting is that?
Thanks so much for watching the video, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and get notified when I post a new video. Don't forget, we learn from each other, grow together, and inspire all. Catch you next time. Bye.